Okay, so this is actually game 1 of the series. We did game 2 first accidentally. It was a stomp, but really fun to watch. I could be fooled into thinking that this was the same game. We have the Lucian and Milio coming up again for BLG, or I guess this was the first time technically. Jax Band against Bin, and Zeri once again. The Zeri priority I find a little bit interesting. Quality is super good, actually. If I knew how to search on this, because I searched on Huya earlier, but I couldn't find it. But we got it now, I guess. Wait, can I just click on this? Maybe I should just bookmark this, guys. Should I just bookmark this? Yes. The answer is yes. The answer is yes, I should absolutely bookmark this. Okay. No, I don't want it in mobile bookmarks. That's where I want it. Okay. Is my cam upside down or what? What? All right, back to, so it was Lulu's area first game 2. And we literally have the same comp on this side. Gonna ban out the Gnar, which, I mean, Perfect has played this in LCK as a counter to some degree of effectiveness. Hello? Did I skip too far ahead? Did I make it angry? Ah! I wish it wouldn't do that with the volume every time. Okay, Orianna, which was picked in the next game. She's gonna play Tristana blind. Never mind, I'm too high. Hope you're enjoying your freeze pipe there. Is there a rule they can't FF at 20? Yes, there is a rule they can't FF at 20. All right, so this makes sense now. Knight gets to play his Syndra, his world-famous Syndra in this game. That's why it gets banned out in the second round of the draft in game number 2. I love how On just hovers the Kindred every single time. Bit surprised they didn't take the Poppy here because you have opportunities to stop dashes from Vi and Tristana. But I guess they want to be able to follow the Zeri potentially. If you land a Q on her, you can at least Q2 or ward hop over a wall to kind of track her down. Here's the Rumble again. It was pretty boring 1v1 on the top side. Bin and Harry were not super active. Stop doing that, VOD. Holy shit. It's like turns on the... Just loves turning on the high volume. Oops, a little bit too far, guys. It's like this is a longer game, so this one should be more close at the very least. Perk's play today was how I learned that the LEC Twitch channel auto-deletes the word washed. Yeah, sorry guys for blasting your ears. I can't really control that. Velcro wearer on YouTube. I am doing well. We're trying the multi-stream, guys. We're trying it out. Seeing how it suits us. Can Heretics beat BLG? No. BLG might be the best team in the world, guys. That's on the table. They're certainly one of the better teams with the lead. Actually, I'm going to go back for just a second. Did we see any level 1 shenanigans this time? Yeah, we did. Different ward location, this time slightly. I'm actually surprised they don't. Yeah, they do the wraparound. So they see Vi there. And they just opt into... This is actually quite strange. I'm really surprised they didn't wrap around. Like, yeah, sure, Vi is there, but what the fuck is level 1 Vi with W going to do to you? If she takes Q at level 2 to gank you, she's going to be really far behind in the jungle. You like have to take WE to have decent clear speed. So I'm a bit surprised they didn't, try and play more aggressively. They played very aggressively in the second game. Let's see if Bin does this thing again where he slow pushes this wave a little bit and then Cheetah recalls this matchup. Seems pretty good as Udyr. Yeah, they're playing a lot more passively this time. Even though realistically, the earliest they could get ganked by a level 3 Vi is like 2.5 minutes. The quality of this VOD is very good, guys. Are you seeing this? Like, it looks very sharp. Like high bit rate. Is it on Huya? Yeah, it's on Huya. Elk has Ignite. I just noticed that. Interesting. I guess that's specific to this matchup. Yeah, I hope that's barrier. That makes sense to me. It's just the Lucian with Ignite is a little surprising. But I guess for punishing this matchup, that does make sense. Doesn't feel very stable. It had a couple glitches. You have to remember, I'm on VPN right now, and the VPN quality is great, but I'm also doing 2 separate stream uploads on this VPN at the same time, so I'm pushing a lot of data right now. Back in my day, the ADC always took Ignite, true. Zeri definitely not as, bent over and punished this game. Knight Syndra is so good, yep. One of the legendary Syndra players alongside Showmaker. And Xiaohu. Right? Lucian is typical with Ignite, guys. That's not been something I've been seeing among a lot of the professional Lucian players, but there you go. Even in the Korean ladder at high tier, I'm looking at it right now, he's only played with Ignite in 28% of games. So it's being played a little bit on the ladder.
没有做太多进攻的尝试，但反倒给到 Croco 一个去偷小龙的机会。
对，盲僧这边的话，小砖头已经带好了，现在要去虚空潮虫那边去给那个潮虫刮回来，看能不能尽早的去控到2到3条。
但以兵线来看的话，中路山克斯是推线的，然后上路来波也是推线的。
Direct sponsor? I know the dream, right? They have the direct sponsorship in China, which I don't know how that works because the Chinese government definitely wants the Chinese to make more people right now. That's like Xi Jinping's whole thing. That's his whole thing right now. He's like, oh no, China's declining birth rate. So I'm surprised that they like allow directs to sponsor things.
拿枪把 Croco 打走之后，轩开始了第一次的动这个潮虫。
不过山克斯这个出装，感觉压力还是挺大的。
They don't want more gamers though. True. Chinese actively practicing anti-gamer eugenics.
上路幽魂面具已经做好了，可以面对 Harry 的压制的情况下，比较舒服的支线了。现在乌迪尔之所以在上路能够有那么高的优先级的话，主要还是因为这个赖线能力特别强，而且没什么天敌。
大家应该现在都想方设法去找出一个英雄去克制乌迪尔。
但其实大多数英雄都是跟他平行发育，然后等打团的。唯一一个比较好打的是巨魔，但巨魔这个英雄其实跟乌迪尔比起来，也没有说这个灵活的很多。
Wow, this game is so different compared to the last one in terms of pacing. Like BLG with, very similar composition, just completely ran over them in the second game. And we haven't seen that same kind of bot lane punish this time around.
有点像我们黄金分段可能会掏出来的一些创意，
就反正玩自己拿手的。
对，
进入这个草丛被踢回来再说。山克斯被迫交了一个闪现，还好旁边有一个露没大，但这边的话能量刚刚好。Q 技能 ，Croco 一个 Q 技能，
火爆飞踢给他蹬开，
哎呦，
再推到了闪现 Q， 山克斯
First blood.
尽力尝试去逃脱了，但是还。
Rare you see a Tristana. Thank you, XChip102. You're back. 90 months now. Holy moly. He just sneaks right into that brush. Kyle doesn't have a chance to see him. Right into ult. Polymorph, but he still has Q on him. Q2. Knock away from Trist ult. Yep. There you go. Back onto him with the scatter.
仗着自己身后有墙，也是硬点了一下 BLG 的众人。
但这波终于还是在7分半的时候。
Is Chip your longest sub? Close.
每一次画面带回来的时候，都看到他把小包给推晕。
Close. Among them. Let's play. There's like 4 or 5 people who are on that streak. You need a 7-year sub badge. So, by the way, Twitch wanted me to know, guys, that in September, my 10-year sub badge will be available. So I've been partnered for so long that I will soon be eligible for 10-year sub badges.
来看一下这波的回放，大招，然后再接熏的后续一个 Q 技能。虽然 Croco 已经及时过来做支援了，山克斯也利用大招把对方给推回去，但是这一个 Knight 推球，只能说太准了。是的。
Yeah, technically I could have a 9-year sub badge right now.
左边在没有造成击杀的情况下，就尽可能在每一波先攻好了的情况下，让卢锡安上去赚额外的一个收益。
但现在像你说的，中路的差距。
Imagine BLG versus Gen G. Yeah, or T1. Both are pretty hype. BLG, I think, looking like the top team in China right now, at least early on here. Not too surprising, though. I mean, getting Bin and Knight on this team is bonkers.
等到一会儿辛德拉的这个风暴狂涌做出来啊，那个伤害就看不懂了。
就感觉这个装备虽然在14.1版本已经稍稍被削弱过一下，但大家还是觉得太强了，
还是超模啊这个装备。
下个版本也陆续的
有法强，有法传，还有后续的伤害，甚至我杀掉你之后，还有这个
额外的。
Isn't Top Esports also up there? Yep.
有额外的钱。
But BLG in that first matchup against Top Esports played. I mean, that brand game by Jun that he played was chef's kiss, man. They really clapped them. They really clapped them in one of those games. I think BLG the better team slightly. Ariel MIF, I am checking it on YouTube chat. Yes, I am. I'm doing both simultaneously. We're multitasking.
感觉下半区要打起来了呀！
是的，而且如果这一波打起来的话，兵这边因为他的兵线是被推进来的，他没有办法利用 TP 赶到这边战场。
但兰博没踢的情况下，跑到下路也太山长水远了。两边应该都不会第一时间去动。辛德拉靠着自己有限权，先跟盲僧连体往下路施压 ，Elk 剩下血力打一波 Elk 的血量，
想要先把 Kill 的状态给打残。
What is Bilibili? It's a streaming platform in China.
那这个情况好像不太好，再过来探了。勋的 Q 技能再度命中了对方的一个路落，我也踢回来，配合到旁边奈给到推晕，但是天霸横猎龙成功的举起了勋，
锁住了吗？没有。
两边现在1换1，旁边香克斯一个。
All right, this is pretty bad because the resets are coming through and they've blown all of their ults. Oh wow, he gets out. Holy shit.
这个情况好像不太好，再过来探了。
I mean, I understand why you think this is a good idea, but the wild growth prevents the early kill and forces Syndra to use ult onto Krako, which means that now we're in a very scary situation where we have Tristana resets possible on the follow. It's actually very lucky that BLG only traded 1 for 1 there. Whoever hit drag is so troll. Who's responsible? Knight. Knight is responsible. I saw him auto.
哇，这一波一开始的两边人龙互换，然后后续香克斯改到正面之后，直接 W 踩到对方人脸上。
是。
It was Kyle. It's hard to tell. It looked like Knight autoed there.
成功的举起了勋，锁住了吗？没有。两旁边奈给到推晕，但是天霸横猎龙成功的举起了勋，锁住了吗？没有。两边现在1换1，旁边香克斯一个 W 技能直接跳到对方奈特脸上。
Oh, maybe it hit with Glitter Lance. It's hard to tell. It looked like Knight autoed there also, but.
后方有一个 W 技能利用左位给扭掉。是了，但这个位置还被龙没有。两边现在1换1，旁边香克斯一个 W 技能直接跳到对方奈特脸上。奈特这个位置还被龙给击飞了一下，但这个闪现终于闪过去了，但后方有一个 W 技能利用左位给扭掉。
When will Wolf and Monty and Show come out? It is out. I just blew your mind.
两边人龙互换，然后后续香克斯改到正面之后，直接 W 踩到对方。
That flash looks max range. I didn't think he was going to make that flash. Barely gets out.
再来看一下这一波，勋还是想复刻上一波跟 Knight 之间的一个配合吧，先光速把 Kroko 踢回来。
Could have been Zeri Q too, as well.
只要这一套爆发伤害打掉 Kroko 之后，持续伤害就是 AL 在我们前面选阵容的时候聊到的，就他毕竟是
Yeah, it's attacking Knight, guys. It's attacking Knight. That's why it turned. Whatever. Kyle Q hit it. It doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter.
这波应该打不起来，米利欧要等下路双人组靠过来。
米利欧这个英雄不能脱离卢锡安太远，这两个英雄还是组合起来才会有一个更强势的发挥。打小龙，因为上一波右边绝大部分的这个大招都已经交掉了，所以这波小龙是没有办法去竞争的。
等于右边要打团的话，在前中期最重要就是 Kroko 这个大招。
Chemtech Soul.
定点控制。 对于 AL 来说的话，现在好消息是
Zeri now up in farm.
吃到了一颗人头，而且在面对卢仙加上米溜这个
Thank you, T1 Tarzan. Thank you for subscribing with Prime. Appreciate it. What's my favorite league to watch? LCK. Then LPL. Then LEC. Then CBLOL.
接下来他跟徐云在
Then OPL.
动的话就会更有底气。
Then LCK Challengers.
这个定点的上
Then LDL.
肯定爆发，斩杀性
Then the Turkish League. And then LCS.
到 L 成员脸上，对方也卡不住。那对于 L 来说，可能更需要一些这个时间。包括我们前面聊过，山克斯已经在第一件装备的时候，先把自己的水银鞋给补出来。
现在在下半野区，自家的中单也到达了一个去尽可能的掠夺对方野区的资源，下路的话也开始吃塔皮了。但与之同样的 ，AL 也是找到一个好的。
I'm just joking, guys. LCS is fourth. I don't actually watch any of those other leagues.
直接闪身过来拉了一个大招，后续后面也是跟着开了一个大招，想要去追一下 Elk 在没有闪现情况下，最后是把人头交到了对方 Hope 的手上。
This series is actually getting kind of unfortunately fed at the moment, which does give you some pause, right?
撤退的这个步伐之上呢，又被 Crackle 一个 Q 技能给砸了回来。
只能说 Crackle 开团太果断了。
对。
Do you think they would ever draft with Dragon/Baron spawn? No, because Riot hates competitive environments. Sure, it would be nice, though, if we knew what the spawn order of Drakes was, though. That'd be super cool for compositional planning and pick ban.
看一下他的第二件装会出什么。我们先来看一下上波的回放，直接拉一个 Q， 然后闪现过来。
You know, maybe if you see Chemtech Soul, Callista priority goes down. You know what I mean, guys?
锁完之后就一路的往前走。
是，而且这边 KO 还给了一个大招浮点控制，顺利的把 Elk 给击飞。
15分钟，训动峡谷先锋，这个位置仗着上半区的战力啊，还是可以比较轻松的把先锋给控下来的。
对，
但因为不同于上个版本，现在除非你过早的把这个中塔的血量给耗得很低，不然一头先锋是撞不死的。
而且这一把 BLG 也是只有碰到。
Can't believe Zeri's still playable in pro play. Well, you know, she was definitely not playable in game 2 of this series. I think BLG played pretty conservatively this time around. I'm like really surprised they didn't go for level 1 harassment, given that it was Vi on the enemy team, and I think you probably could have taken a more aggressive stab, like we see in game number 2. The Drakes are pre-generated? Yes, they are. The game knows the Drake spawn order.
两边抱团抱的都相对来说比较紧，上路是换线换到下方区去发育了。
但感觉现在这个节奏对于 L 来说是舒服的，因为上路的小炮是可以安稳的发育。
对，
对于 BLG 来说，还是尽可能的要利用熏加上 Knight 这个中位的组合去打。
Not effective enough early game. I mean, I don't know if we can really level that charge against BLG. If anything, we don't want to see them be too effective in the early game, and it's weird for me to say that, but otherwise we would potentially think they only know one way to win the game, which is like snowballing off of winning lanes. So I'm curious, because I know this is a 2-0, how they come back against Zeri. I mean, granted, Zeri's strength has been diminished. Do I ever sleep? Well, I have a newborn, so no is the answer. No, I do not sleep. What's the VOD channel? Well, if you look, it's very difficult. If you look in my Twitch title, it says !VODs. So maybe if you type that, you too can have a link.
选手给到的是中路的奈特，在前面15分钟贡献了2次的击杀参与。
现在下半区的这个视野 ，AL 提前很多是吧
How come Elk is given the farm to On? Is that common? Well, it is because we still have double support items in the meta. So Lucian is building Bloodsong, which means that On is they're gonna share farm and maximize min-max their gold. Thank you, Flemingito, for your Twitch Prime subs. Have a Bezos buck for the baby. Thank you. remember, your Bezos bucks go to supporting Korean American children. It's a noble effort. You too can use your Bezos bucks to support my infant son Orion while I don't get any sleep. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. We're on the Zeri moments now, guys. Oh. Frisky business. Thank you. You know, you could give your Bezos bucks to some e-girl that you're simping for. You could give your Bezos bucks to people who are already millionaires. Or you could give your Bezos bucks to the children. Won't somebody please think of the children? How am I handling the Twitch changes? With the mighty power of VPNs. And by the way, guys, you know, that e-girl, she's never going to notice you. I will notice you. I will notice you. Does Dom count as already a millionaire? Yes. I noticed you, Flaptastic Pickle. I heard it's uncommon for Koreans to take leftovers from restaurants. Yeah, you don't really do that in Korea. There's not really leftovers at most Korean restaurants, though. Because you kind of, especially at barbecue, you just kind of order as much meat as you eat, and then you just eat all of it, because they serve you in, like, smaller incremental portions. I've never been, when I eat at a Korean restaurant at the end of the meal, I'm never like, I want to take this home. That's not like a thing, because they serve you normal human portions instead of America, like 3 meals in 1 meal portion. Garmvup, thank you for your tier 1 subscription. Do you think if the regions had more balanced formats, the West would be more competitive? Seems weird that LPL and LCK teams play 3 times as many games. Look, I don't think more stage games are hurting the Asian regions. Let's put it that way. You know, a lot of the issue is that it's simply very inconvenient for the teams to have best of ones. And by that I mean because the amount of time that you spend traveling to the studio, sitting in your warm-up room, warming up on stage, getting your makeup on, all of this shit takes the exact same amount of time whether you play a best of 1 or a best of 5. So if you're going to lose half a day on just the logistics of coming into the studio, then it's way better to just play a couple more games. You know what I mean? Because it's also, League of Legends is not made to be played in best of 1s. Like, too much random shit can happen that really colors the game. Like, you get a bad draft or a bad level 1, and then you just lose. And you really need a larger sample size, at least a best of 3. Definitely a best of 5 in playoffs, but at least a best of 3 in regular season to see who the best team is, because one team could just fluke. It's the first match I'm watching. It's Shade. This one's much closer. So I accidentally watched the second game first and didn't realize it. So now we're on the first game of this series. Yeah, or there could be a fluke dragon / Baron. So I think that, and also, you know, being like all in on two best of 1s a week feels really bad as a pro player, because you're less likely to take risks as a team or as a player because there's no way for you to bounce back. And so it makes you really risk averse in the draft. It makes you really risk averse in the early game. And I think it just makes you a worse team as a result. because every single game matters is weighted so much higher. So I think it's terrible, personally. And I think the pro players don't like it either, because they don't want to just... Oh my god. Random volume increase again? Sorry, guys. I'm not controlling that. I'm not even touching anything. Sorry, guys, waiting for a little buffering here.
这边应该要回去处理一下自己的上路线。那可以趁着这回合的进攻时间 ，L 在上半区慢慢的把烟给排掉。进场。
This is not ideal, guys, but this is the only thing we can do because not all the games are broadcast in English, and they're not on YouTube yet. So, because Riot hates everybody being able to watch every single professional game, we have to go to Chinese sites in order to watch this for some reason. I mean, why would we want people easy access in the West to every single LPL game? Why would we want that?
加上弥勒的一个 W 技能的加持上去划一套，对，如果能够在消耗的过程当中尽可能的去逼出 Cal 入鲁的大招的话，就是最赚的一笔。
对，又或者是他还可以把一些关键人员的状态给打残，比如说 Krakow。
对。24分钟，两边的经济依旧没有拉开，但 AL 这边已经拿到了3条的小龙。
How hard is it just to put it on YouTube? It's not hard. It's not hard. It's incredibly easy, actually. But they probably fired the person who was responsible for doing that, so.
本身他在第一波被标记的中野针对的情况下，其实我们都会预估说，他这把的2件套时间会来得很慢。
Sorry, guys, the buffering is severe at the moment. Might just give it a second. So we don't just keep dealing with this. $30.52. Can't even reload the page now. Rip. Well, the quality of the VOD is very good on Huya. But the struggle is real at the moment. Okay, here we go.
下路英雄、滑板鞋还有寒冰都已经被封锁掉了。对，而且还补上嗅觉，实在是。
Thank you, Jenny Boo. I appreciate it. No, stop doing that. You know, if this had better buffering, this site would be mega. The quality is incredible.
哦，要摇着打野一起来做视野，毕竟。 盲僧有 Q 可以探没有视野的草丛，
但这边先让兵把下路的兵线给处理好。
Like the bit rate is so good. Might be too good. Can you give your opinion on Riot's future, given they squelch good content creativity? I mean, I think it's going to be a little bit grim in the LEC because they like fired all the people who were responsible for a lot of the creative shoulder content that you saw, like the music videos and, you know, all the cool stuff that made it the LEC fun, in my opinion. So I don't think we could expect that any longer, realistically. What stream is Dom getting this from? Does he have like a private feed? Let's give it a second to buffer. It was going pretty well earlier, so I'm not sure why it's slowing down now. No, this is not on YouTube yet, unfortunately. This happened last night, so. Your little man is 2.5. Well, I have an almost 4-year-old as well. So, got 2 now. Almost 4-year-old and newborn. It's the last one, though. I'm not doing the baby shit again, man. I like having kids, but I do not like babies. Baby's too boring, and they prevent me from sleeping. 0 out of 10. It's interesting that Kroko would go in at 50% HP. He does get hit by the laser, and they try and burst him, but Elk still has flash up. And Milio ult is also up, so you use Zeri Flash, Vi ult, and Rumble ult for that. Seems very big waste. My poor wife. Why is it my poor wife? I take care of the baby, guys. It's just not my favorite part of being a dad. I like doing stuff with my kids, you know? So I appreciate it when they're a bit older because it's a lot more fun. No, not me. You don't have 7 kids. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a super weird choice to go onto Elk. This is a really weird choice to go onto Elk. You're just not going to kill him with the Milio there. I just don't think you can target the Lucian like that. Seems like a very strange way to use your ultimates. And honestly, if you're Absolute Legends right now, you can play this out around this objective. I mean, I guess you did force... I guess the upside here is you forced flash... The play forced flash on Lucian, but I mean, you lost Baron for it, so... You know, if you just force flash on Lucian, and then you had ults up again for the Drake fight, that'd be different. But Kroko's still Kroko, I see. He's still Krokoing over in the LPL. You can take the Kroko out of Korea, but you can't take the int out of Kroko. Flash kick right into a Syndra ult. And there goes your Fed Zeri straight into a Syndra shutdown. Even their shield bow, so did a relatively defensive build here. How will I prep for your big events? Yeah, I mean, I prepped really hard. Am I taking my kids to Lol Park? No. They're too young, and also, like, why? Are you planning to keep them away from the game at all costs? No, not at all. But by the time they're old enough to play this game, guys, nobody will play League of Legends anymore because it's a boomer game. They'll be playing Counter-Strike 8 on, like, their brain chips. I don't know, man. Well, guys, it was kind of close until it wasn't. Until Absolute Legends decided that they actually couldn't kill anybody on the enemy team. And so here we are. There's just no way to actually kill Lucian or Syndra. And the front line's just too big right now with this Udyr. Zeri can't do anything. Alright, so they had to commit 2 teleports. Oh, I guess just the 1 teleport. Just the 1 teleport onto Rumble to kill a jungler. But the jungler was killed pointlessly because it's a minute until Baron, and now you don't have TP during the Baron power play. Or during the Baron spawn. So, really terrible decision-making there. You get absolutely nothing for killing Jun. If I'm Jun, I'm happy I died there. I'm like, okay, Rumble no TP. Rumble no TP. Now we can pressure this lane while taking Baron. This is already pressured by super minions, and I either get an inhib or a Baron. Super pointless kill. Because the thing is that, you know, Bin is just going to be able to split push, I think, pretty easily into the Trist. Well, this Lucian is actually full build now. He actually finished in Infinity Edge. We don't often see like 6-item Lucian. So that's pretty crazy.
现在对于 AO 来说，双射手
Right, you have energized procs, huge upfront damage with the press the attack coming in from Bloodsong.
一个闪加要一技能往后拉开，
露露被留住了，这个位置
想要先处理掉冰，冰在这时候还扛住对方很多人的伤害。
I mean, the cost of killing Bin, though, is absolutely enormous because now you have to deal with everybody else.
弱者推散推倒了3个人，
是的，
在残局之
Oh, they got Lucian.
输出，但是被虚给盯到了，一个 Q 技能缩掉对方人头。
两边的风暴狂涌都在疯狂的收头，但标记这边是被
I'm surprised they got that much done there. Maybe even if you're this far ahead, fighting in the jungle into Rumble is not super smart.
一个闪加要一技能往后拉开，
露露被留住了，
It's a very nice blast cone, because remember, this is Chemtech Rift, so it's a super blast cone that sends him over there to get isolated.
一个大招，还有队友的控
And they're able to burst down the Lucian.
推倒了3个人，
是的，在残局之下还得想办法打输，还有冰危险，双射手还没有误传，又划来一套，
哎，滑
想
到
打一下。
Equalizer's used right here, though, so it slows people enough, and Bin gets a little bit too far forward. Elk also dashes forward, and that's when they use the Vi ult onto him, get the damage onto him from Tristana.
弱者推散推倒了3个人，在残局之下
I like how the blue buff just kills, Milio. And Tristana gets kill credit even though she's dead. Look at this. Wham!
狂涌都在疯狂的收头，但标记这边是被换掉了4个。其实第一时间找到 Hope， 然后予以击杀的话，在残局里面，没想到香克斯的手套打
Space Turtle. Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub.
隔墙打伤害，
这波算是 A 瑶在局势非常不好的情况下打出来一波比较不错的团战的3换4。
We're doing it. We're doing the streaming thing, guys. Monty is slowly becoming a streamer.
然后第一时间后悔被
Every week that goes by,
兵哥这个位置
I become more of a streamer.
炼金的爆炸球
对
弹到了一个
Job's Hulk Smash. Yeah, this is great.
然后后续
The Hulk Smash from the Void blue buff, whatever they call it.
也是被勋给踢了回来。
其实对于 A 瑶来说，这一波 Coco 以及香克斯的一个
Because he gets the last hit on him,
因为我们刚刚
explosive charge, and then knock him over the wall with the ultimate. So that's why Tristana gets that kill.
但是在刚刚那波团战里面，他们其实是有实
When we start to react to League of Legends drama, I'm not doing that right now. What drama should I be reacting to?
其实就可以慢慢的去等待单点秒杀的那种团战。因为辛德拉现在的发育真的是用恐怖的形容
I'm becoming fused to my chair, guys. I'm becoming one with my chair.
非常高层数的杀人书。
Garmvup. Thank you. That's very nice of you to give some
因为可以看到奈特已经
gift subscriptions, 5 of them. Very, very kind of you indeed.
只剩下一个。
Space Turtle, holy shit. The 10 gift subs. Wow, thank you, Garmvup and Space Turtle. You guys are very generous today. Legends.
现在的装备也不是特别的理想，4件套。
I thought I heard Crepo was trying to come back to League. He's been in League for a long time. He never left, guys. He's SK's GM. I've been stealing this content for so long. Thank you. It's very generous.
对，因为现在版本的缘故，游戏时间都变长了，也就代表说英雄等级啊
Join the Hotline League. Pff,
也会随机拉。
Travis will never let me on that show. I've tried before.
机会打好一波团战，
对，
然后并且把这个劣势给扳回来。那对于标志来说，有办法利用这个7000块、6000块的经济领先，慢慢的把视野布好，然后不要给 AL 有翻盘的机会。
Dude, I have tried to call in before.
想
He literally wouldn't let me on the show.
是没有击跑的，已经被对方给击起来了。在第一时间想要利用自己的关键4件弱者伤害。
在等人，标记的众人，
兄弟们过来救
快马
一下
加鞭的过来
呀！
救，能救到吗？
Crepo is the SK GM. Yes, you're just learning this. All right, we'll finish up this VOD, guys.
时间想要利用自己的4件弱者。有翻盘的机会。
I mean, at the end here, Absolute Legends is doing a good job of fighting back, despite the deficit.
是没有击跑的。在第一时间想
Trying to isolate Bin here, goes ahead and use Vi
对
ult.
方的伤害。
Takes 1,000 years to kill him. Zerial goes off. Bin lives. Look how long he lives. And then Knight, Syndra, and Lucian just delete Zeri. That's so ridiculous, guys. Dude. It's so bonkers. I mean, the equalizer doesn't really hit anybody because they split around it. But the fact that Bin is able to live for this long, he's in a 3 versus 1, guys, with a fed Zeri. This is a 5-item Zeri. The Jack Show stacks, though. Guys, this is a 5-item Zeri and a Vi who is doing max stacks on Black Cleaver. And they cannot kill him. Is the Zeri items not equipped to handle Udyr? Arguably, yes, because she doesn't have that much armor pen. But also, Vi is there shredding armor with Black Cleaver. She's definitely not built for this, right? Because she has Runins, so there's like no armor pen. But she is getting armor pen from Black Cleaver stacks. Just realized you can stream on YouTube too. This is the second time I have ever streamed on YouTube. But thanks again, Space Turtle and Garmvup. That was very nice of you guys. And ViW, that's a good point. And ViW also shreds armor, so... But it is kind of crazy how little damage that Zeri was doing. In spite of everything we talked about. Does Zeri still interact with shields like when she Qs? Does she steal it? That was removed. That was removed. Yeah, plus Randuin says basic attack damage reduction. Yeah, because it's built out of Warden's Mail. It's built out of Warden's Mail, like Frozen Heart.